Hello, stamping friends. This is Holly Peterson. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I blog at hollyscrafting.com. Today, I'm going to show you how to make this cute little Easter card. So let's get started with that. My card base is Misty Moonlight, and it measures 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. I actually didn't score this one, but we'll fold it in half here. Reinforce that with our bone folder. I have a piece of Bumblebee, and it measures 3.5 by 5.5, and I have embossed it with the Parisian Flourish embossing folder. We're going to just add that to the center of our card base, and I'm going to use liquid glue for that. And then I have cut 2 frames from the Flowers for Every Season with the stitch rectangle dies. This first layer, this top layer is going to go here. The flowers are going to go on the front, and I cut that with the 5th smallest rectangle. And I think it was, the paper itself measures 4 by 5.25. And then I used the 5th smallest stitched rectangle to cut that out. And then this one I put on the inside, and I used the 6th smallest rectangle to make this opening a little bit bigger. So we'll set that one up there for now. And then we're going to add some glue to our frame. Make sure my flowers are going the right way. I wouldn't want my flowers to be upside down. And then I used the Stitched So Sweetly dies, and I used this die, and I cut the greeting out of basic white, and I already stamped that. Let me see what I did with that. So I have one here that's already cut and stamped, and I stamped it with Highland Heather ink. On this one, I'm going to use some dimensionals and pop that one up. And I'm just going to put 2, one on either end. We're going to end up putting a bow here, so it'll give it a little bit of give so that it will mail easier. And then we're going to just put that in the center of our bumblebee. I have the metallic edged ribbon, the white with the silver edge on it. And I just wanted to show you how I tie my bow. I like to leave my ribbon on my spool. And I'm right-handed, so I hold my first loop in my right hand, bring this around, push the other loop through, and then you can kind of play with the bow by holding the knot in the middle. It keeps the shape of the bow for you while you're readjusting it. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit smaller here and a little bit tighter. And then we're going to just snip that off. Oops. And I don't think I told you, this greeting comes from the Timeless Tulips stamp set. Happy Easter, happy spring, happy, happy everything. I just love that. So then we're going to take a glue dot. I like to use 2 glue dots on the back of my bow. We're going to put a couple of glue dots on the back of that. And then we're going to just add our bow down here. I have the Artistry Blooms sequins, and I like to keep my embellishments in these little half cases. We don't have them anymore, but that's what I use to keep my embellishments. And then we're going to use one of the bigger ones, and we'll put that one in the middle up here, and then a smaller one on either side. And I'm using the Take Your Pick tool for that. I just love this little tool. Then, as you'll see, I had some little bunny rabbits peeking out of my label. And then again on the inside, I added a little bunny rabbit over here. To do those bunny rabbits, I used the medium daisy punch. And I used the daisy punch. And then I just took my scissors and I made sure I cut it in half so that I had 2 and 2. So I cut it in half, and then I cut that into 4ths. So there's our ears for our little bunny rabbit. And then here are the ears for the bigger bunny rabbit. And then I'm using 2 punches that are retired, the 1/2-inch circle punch and the 3/4 inch punch. You could really use, you know, the layering circles dies to get your circles if you don't have a circle punch. So I need 2 of these, one for the inside, one for the outside. And then what I did was I just took a glue dot and I put it on the bottom of the ears, and then I just stuck that to my circle. And one more we'll do here real quick. And then I just put a couple of glue dots on the back of my bunny after I had it put together. And then I just tucked it down in on the corner over here, one of the big ones. And the little one I stuck over here. And that's it for the front of our card. So now we're going to move on to the inside. I like to use an inside that is 3.5 by 4 3/4. You can get 5 of these out of one 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So we'll go ahead and we'll glue that down. To our inside. Then my frame that I cut for the inside is just the reverse side of what we used on the front. So then I will add a little bit of glue to my frame. Well, my glue's not working very good. Just have to let it know who's boss, I guess. Okay, so then we're going to flip that over and we're going to add that to our inside. Try to get it straight. The nice thing with the liquid glue is you do have a little bit of room to wiggle that around if you needed to. And then we'll take our other big bunny, put a couple of glue dots on the back of his head, and then I just stuck it down here in the corner. Just like that. And you can write your greeting on the inside there. I do appreciate you stopping by and watching my video today. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you soon.